right, we're gonna do more pin escape stuff. We're gonna go from mount today. I'm gonna show this at a couple different angles. And we're gonna talk about a couple different things this week. We're gonna start when they go into mount and they don't have their feet too tight underneath you. Maybe they just took mount, so he's gonna be on top. All right, first and foremost, I cannot let him get past my hips. If he gets up here, all the stuff that we're trying to do is just not gonna be effective. So the second he gets down on top of me, come back. All right, so as soon as he gets his mount, I'm immediately gonna get my elbow inside here, frame over his hip, reinforce it, okay? Now, he doesn't have his legs super tight yet. Maybe he just pulled over, all right, into mount. I'm gonna frame. I need to get my left knee inside. So I'm gonna angle out my leg just like we do our hip escapes, our power shrimps. So I'm in here, I want it inside his leg. Immediately, I need to bump him to the mat. So get my leg down, bump, I got my frame. That's gonna take some of his weight off of his hips and his legs. Everything's being supported multiple ways. So once I'm in here, I'm gonna angle out, and I'm gonna work on bridging and hip escaping. See how my knee's coming, I'm turning it down, and see how I'm catching his, I'm coming up underneath his ankle. That's my goal here, all right? Once I'm here, I keep my frame, so no matter how hard he advances, okay, I can lock and kind of cross my feet, almost like a triangle. So it's hard for him to pull his foot out, all right? From here, I'm gonna work on immediately turning. So I'm constantly moving from one side to the next. Turn, here. Once I get to this, I'm just gonna push and clear. So now I'm on my other hip, all right? From here, I've already framed and pushed that knee. Now my frame's gonna come up here. My right hand's gonna go across to the other side, all right? And from here, I'm just gonna hip escape, draw that knee through. So we're in that same position we were in last week. Now, hip escape again, get my leg out. This process has to start as soon as they come to mount. You can't wait for them to get deep, you're not gonna go anywhere. Yeah. So, as soon as he comes in, get my frame, try to drop my leg on the inside, even if turn my ankle to where my knee is inside his leg here. I'm not going anywhere with my leg out here. Every time I move, it's just gonna get stuck. All right, so my frame is in, come up, here. If he's up, I'm gonna immediately buck, get my frame, leg on the inside, bridge and hip escape, okay? So like your power shrimp, I'm gonna turn my left knee down towards the mat, here. And I want my knee to come through on that ankle, come back. Okay. Here, knee through. So the elbow is in here, keeping it from advancing, all right? Cross over, capture that ankle, turn. From there, I can go from that frame to push the knee. Switch onto my other hip, almost like I'm gonna go half guard. From there, frame, all right? Keep that as hip. Now I'm gonna hip escape, pull that knee through, and I start to trap the foot, come up again, hip escape to the other side. All right, lock up your legs. Any questions on that? So it's very similar how we were getting out of side control last week. I'm gonna show two different ones. This is like a leg trap version. First thing that we have to do every time they get on there, on mount, is we have to make sure that he doesn't come past my belly button, essentially. He needs to be on my hips so I can move his weight, number one. If he's sitting on my chest, I'm not moving him anywhere. Every time I move, he's still sitting up here. So I'm not really leveraging him at all. All right, so number one, we have to get them to our hips, use that frame. All right, all that's gonna be leg, elbow inside, frame here. My goal is to be able to get my knee in like this, okay? We're gonna talk about multiple ways to do that. First and foremost, we'll do it here where he doesn't have his legs, his feet crossed or anything like that. That'll be the next one. That one's gonna require a more aggressive shrimp, all right? Because we're not gonna be able to slide under his ankle at that point, all right? So once we get his weight back, We gotta get him to post, then we can hip escape, all right? Once that happens, we have to trap his knee. And then from there, all we're doing is going from our left hip, essentially to our right, hip escaping, freeing our other leg, and then the process of getting our close guard. All right? Any questions? Anybody?
Yeah.
Yes?
Could we get one more demo with the footwork, where we can see the footwork?
Just without anybody?
No, with
Okay, him facing this
the
direction?
opposite direction.
Yes.
Okay. So this way, but escaping.
Right,
All right, so you're gonna see what I'm doing with the other way.
right. We could only see the hands.
Okay, you wanna see the frame? All right. So this way, right? So talking about?
Yes, sir, the whole
Okay.
thing.
All right, so this leg needs to be up. He doesn't have these locked under me yet, okay? So man, he just crossed in. Get my frame, here. Try to get my leg inside, okay? I need to bump him. So it's gonna be this leg, here. Back leg, okay? I can't have both these up, I'm not gonna be able to move. Once I'm in here, I'm gonna work on bridging, get my knee through. Just under his ankle or his shin, all right? Once that happens, I'm gonna cross my foot and lock it up, okay? Got my frame, elbow on the inside, turn. Then I can push, switch, almost like it's a half guard position. I'm gonna bring my right hand up, frame off of his trap under his neck, all right? Then I'm gonna hip escape again. This left hand's gonna go to the other hip. Here, square up, and we're in the same spot, almost with that frame underhook, like we had last week. You can step on his leg, cross it, hold up here, hip escape again, get out to the other side to where I can circle. All right? Any other questions? It might seem boring to drill, but if you get in that spot, you have to be able to go. That's gonna be your most effective way to get out. A lot of the other stuff that's out there, yes, it can work, but if you're not in position, you're not doing all these things, where we get them on our hips, we lock in our frame. If we don't stop that advance, it's just gonna turn into worse and worse positions for you. If I just try to skip a step, stick my hand down there, he's gonna jump the hand into like a triangle position. He's gonna advance further into like an S mount, different things, depending on what you're doing with your body, all right?
Do you ever, like, if you're having a hard time finishing the close guard, do you like to drag the arm to make that space?
No, I wanna work on us getting better at making the space. You could conceivably just go right to half guard if you wanted to play half guard. Okay, but you gotta be careful. If you don't get your underhook right away off of that, he's gonna start the process of passing you again. Okay, so if he's got a good topside half pass, if you're not better as far as getting yourself in position, you're gonna have issues with getting repassed off of that, all right? In a competitive setting, he may have already scored before you got into that half guard position off of the mount, and he's gonna be right back into another pass. I mean, he could really pile on points that way. I mean, it's better than doing nothing or just trying to bridge him off with, without a lot of technique. But we want to work on, right, got our frame in, sorry, getting these in, right? And then once I'm in that position here, I'm switching to the other side, now doing the same thing. Circle. Remember, getting that last leg out, if I'm on my right side, I'm never getting this leg out. Okay? I have to start turning up towards them, hip up again. Now I can circle. Okay? The more you're able to get from side to side on your hips, the easier this whole process is going to be. All right? You good? All right, get some partners, guys.